All right, I'm live now. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're joining me from this beautiful Thursday afternoon here in the city of Lagos. Okay, as usual, my name is Peace Obuagu Abaimu, and I'm your host on this show, Talk with Peace, Talk with Peace, live every Thursday on Facebook. Although we share our updates on other social media platforms, but this is your regular show, Talk with Peace, on Facebook Live. And this beautiful Thursday afternoon here in the city of Lagos, I'll be discussing on a topic we've titled Dealing with Sexual Incompatibility Among Couples or as Couples. Okay, it's not a solution. We're not bringing the whole solution, but we're trying to discuss on some of the causes of sexual incompatibility and maybe some of give some ideas on how we can deal with it as couples. Okay, as we discuss today, you might find something that will help you, and you might also find that you discover one or two things on why you actually have this issue if you do have this issue, okay, and find ways to manage the issue between you and your couple. All right, okay, as usual, every Thursday I try to do a rundown on some of the things we've done since we started the show. And we started the show about 8 weeks. Today is the eighth week, and I want to bless the name of the Lord because we've been going on strong ever since we started. I never, I didn't, in fact, when I started, I didn't know how we're going to run. It was just like, okay, I have this idea and I want to do this thing. I've been wanting to do it, and so let's get the show on the road. And I thank God because He's moved from one stage of not knowing what to do to becoming more structured and becoming more effective because there's been a lot of feedback. People have called in to say how the show is impacting their lives. Have called in to say what things they've learned on the show. Okay, so today we'll be having an author. Um, she has authored a couple of books. She's a mom. She's a wife. Okay, maybe I should start from by saying she's a wife first, and then she's a mom. She's experienced, and she's someone who God will use to help us understand this topic today. I should be bringing her up right now, but in 1 minute, I'd like to quickly do a rundown on some of the topics we've treated in the past, because I like to help people understand where we're coming from so that they can go back and look for some of the topics we've treated and then try to avail themselves of the videos and then learn one or two things from them. Okay, so quickly, I hope I remember everything today. In the first week, we had Mrs. Funke Aluko, and she discussed with us on virginity overrated, as in what's the value of virginity. Okay, in the second week, we had Pastor Praise Imo Oji, who discussed with us on why do we need more churches. Okay, I'm not going to be dishing on any of those things. For you to know what we discussed, I'd like you to look for the video. It's on my profile. Type Facebook, Talk with Peace, Talk with Peace Live on Facebook, and you find some of our videos. You could also check it out on my Facebook profile at Peace Obuagu Abaimu, and you find all the videos of the things we've done in the past. Okay, in the third week, we had Mrs. Estee Ayebene, and she discussed high risk incompatibility cues with us, and we chose communication for that day to discuss high risk incompatibility cues. In the fourth week, we had Mrs. Z Obi. Mrs. Z discussed with us on multi-talented kids and how to help them harness their potentials till they become skills that will be useful for them in the society and in life generally. In the fifth week, we had Ike Michael, who discussed with us on entertaining to please God. In the sixth week, we had Mrs. Oluronke Oluwalere. Mrs. Oluronke discussed with us on well-being and mental health, our identity crisis and our mental health, where both meet and how each one helped to guide us on our way, on our journey in life and how to live better mentally. And then last week, we had Pastor Princeton. Last week was our seventh week. We have Pastor Princeton and him all the way from the US. He discussed with us on purpose. He discussed with us on purpose, discovering your purpose, harnessing your purpose, how your purpose, your design, how your design, your makeup, the journey from the past, how they come together to ensure that your purpose is something that you get to understand and fulfill completely. And today, our eighth edition or episode, whichever one you'd like to call it, we have another seasoned practitioner. Okay, let me call her a seasoned mom first. When she comes, she's going to introduce herself more. And I'd like you to join me again today. If you're online, I think I see one or two people online. If you're online, please say something in the comment box so I can give you a shout out as we go on. And then as the discussion goes on, if you have a question, a contribution, whatever it is, please put it in the comment section and we are going to read them out. Okay, so it's my singular privilege this beautiful Thursday afternoon here in the city of Lagos to bring on to this show Mrs. Adenike Mojishola Akinremi. You're welcome, ma. You're live now.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice to be here.
Yes, ma. Good to see you. Good to see you, ma.
Nice to see you too.
All right, ma. Okay, so for reason of okay, I did try to get some kind of resume that I could read out, okay, before now, but unfortunately I don't think I was able to get a hold of that before we started. But it's all good because you're here now. And so it will be in all our best interest for you to tell us who you are, what you've done, what you do, and we'll take it up from there.
Okay. Nice to be here. Thank you for having me. Everyone
You're
online, God bless
welcome, ma.
you. I have an
Bless you too,
a
ma.
guest offline. My husband is
Okay.
offline. Yeah, so
Oh, wow. Thank you, sir.
he's offline.
Okay.
So my name is Adenike Akinremi. God's
Okay,
daughter,
ma.
number one. I'm a wife to Pastor Akinremi. We are blessed with the son.
Okay.
I'll say
Amazing.
I'm into relationships. Um,
Okay.
I'm in a relationship, marriage, singles, relationship. I'm on a lot of books. I'm an evangelist to the core. I'm a
Wow.
prayer person. Currently, I'm into
Okay.
praying for Nigeria. That we started about four,
Okay.
5 years ago. So that is one thing that is
Okay.
on the front burner right now. So let's take it up from there.
Okay. Okay. Amazing. Okay. So now we know that we have a relationship coach in the house. So get your guns ready to ask all the relationship questions you want to ask. If they are not related to the things we're discussing today, we'll send them to her via PC, and then she will send all the answers you require.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you so much, Ma, for coming online today. Thank you for sparing us
Yeah,
your time. I know how
yeah.
tight your schedule was. So it's my singular privilege that you're on this show with me today. God bless you, Ma. Okay,
See,
so
see.
by reason of an introduction, so to speak, of the topic, I'd like us to discuss first what we feel is sexual incompatibility. My layman understanding. In fact, I kept saying I was going to Google up this thing. I'm going to Google up sexual incompatibility. Unfortunately, I got so engrossed in so many things. Of course, what I do on the show is I do not try to explain the topic. I do not try to, go into the nitty-gritty of what the discussion is about. What I try to do is to just anchor. I believe that my guest would have the onus is on my guest to bring on everything that the topic is all about. But that does not mean that I shouldn't have had an idea anyway. Okay, so
Uh,
but in my layman language, I would say that sexual incompatibility is where a couple, that is a man and his wife, because like I always say on the show, whatever I talk about is against the background of my faith as a child of God first and foremost. Okay, so I'm looking at a situation where a couple, that is a husband and a wife, have challenges concerning their preferences in marriage. I don't know if preference is the right word, but that's the word that comes to mind right now. Okay, so I'm going to throw it back to you. What should we take away as sexual incompatibility? Let's
hmm.
start.
Just like you said, um,
Okay, man.
with what I want and what he wants. Now, what he wants is not what I want. The way I want it is not the way he wants it. Now, it's, simply that conflict between your partner's sexual needs and yours. Simply, the conflict between
All right.
our sexual needs, what my husband wants and what I want. The way he wants it, the way I want it, he doesn't appreciate it. The way he wants it, I don't appreciate it. So there is that conflict.
Okay.
So when that happens,
Mm.
we're not able to enjoy sex the way we ought to enjoy it.
Okay.
So simply that's the way it is. Now let me just say, there's a way that your husband wants it. Let me say there's a timing. Some people want it they want sex when it is dark. Some people want it when
Okay.
it's in the morning. Maybe like 11, you are saying,
Okay.
why? You are home on Sunday, on a Saturday, and your husband wants sex.
Yeah.
Broad daylight, the sun is high up in the sky. I say, you are looking at yourself in the face. You're looking at his eyes, and you are shy. I prefer it when it's in the night. Let's cover ourselves, or you use the duvet to cover ourselves. So at that point, you have conflict. Sometimes the frequency, he wants it often. He wants it often. Sometimes it's the fact that, where he wants it. He wants it in the kitchen, in the bedroom, we're having a
Wow.
bed, in the bathroom, and he wants to have you right there. Seeing the way you are, wow,
Wow.
let's just a quickie here. And you're like,
Mhm.
where the bedroom? This is the kitchen, or the dining room. Somebody wants on a chair. You know what I'm saying? You want it on the
Mm.
bed, conventional way. You just lie down there, and the man comes on you. But the man says, no, today you come on top. I want you to just come and drill me. And you're like, wow, I'm used to that conventional way. Or he's always on the bed. But the man says, no, let's have it on the chair. I sit on the chair, you come on me, and we have it. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yes, ma'am.
there is that conflict. And it's good
Okay.
for us to really understand ourselves better, and then it really help us in our relationship. Let me say something here that
Mhm.
your bed is the most powerful, furniture you have in your house.
Oh, wow.
Bed. Because that is where you do a lot of things. We did praying to God. Sometimes when you want to cry, you run to the bed. You don't go to your chair. You understand? You don't go to your chair. You run to the bed and cry. When you want to think, sometimes you go to your bed. When you're tired, you go to your bed. When you have
Right.
children, you want to have sex. It's your bed. So your bed is the strongest, the most powerful, the most important, furniture you have in your house. And the earlier
Amazing.
you use it maximally, the better for your marriage. Because if you don't use your bed,
Maximally.
yes, it's going to affect every other thing. It will affect every other thing. Now, let me go on by saying, now, the picture is there is a partner high up on the sex mountain. He's on fire, emotional fire.
Mm.
He will just do this thing. But the partner is down in the valley of reluctance. Somebody is
Okay.
already, he's on fire already, but the partner is down. So you find that incompatibility, and so the man has to drag his wife up there. Sometimes the man just goes ahead to go and have it. Either you lie down like a log of wood. Many women lie down like a one log of wood. Just do what you
Mm.
want to do. Stand up. Ha! But the man is like, no, I want a real, I want to drill me.
Yes,
Drill me,
ma'am.
drill
I
me.
feel you.
You say
Alrighty.
what happens? Sincerely, it's not good for marriage. So there's a man on fire, he's up on the mountain. Sometimes it's the woman that is up on the mountain, and the wife or the husband
Mm.
is down in the valley. Sometimes, the partner he wants something deeper, deeper than what you have. He wants to go all the way. But you are just like, no, don't touch my bosom. Just go there and get
Mm.
down. Because sometimes you feel what the man wants is just to go in and come out. But sometimes he
Yeah.
wants to go all the way. He wants to touch you all over. But because sometimes women are tired, we're always tired. We're always tired. Because the many things that we
Mm.
do, you feel, oh, please, get this thing, get it over with. I need to get my head
Mm.
into another thing. I want to sleep. So when that happens, it breaks your partner. Because one thing is, when we have sex, It is not your body that is having sex. That's
Yeah.
where we always miss it. You know, in the book of Genesis 38, Judah was telling Tamar, he said, what do I give you that I may come in into you? You know that scripture?
Wow.
It's, what do I want to come inside. Because it's not, he knows that he's not the woman, it's not his body he's having sex with.
Yeah.
He's having sex with, it is your soul. That's why he pains you. That's why it pains the man. It pains the woman when you are not, you feel my soul is not loved. You know that book in Song of Solomon, he says, and him who my soul loves.
Love.
My soul, not my body. So when sex is not going on well, it is the body that no, the soul that feels the pain. It feels, because that comes up when you're having sex, your body just helps to express what your soul wants. So when your soul is pained. Are you getting me?
Yes,
the
ma'am.
woman is getting bored. The man comes inside to have pleasure. Your soul gives pleasure. Your soul wants pleasure. So that's why it is not when you're having sex and you're crying, give me more, give me more. It is not your body. There is somebody on your inside that's asking, give me more. Or take me. And you're shouting that. It is the person on your inside. So when the soul is not satisfied, is not loved, there is that pain in the heart. I hope you don't get what I'm saying, peace.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm following.
Yes,
I am.
Now, you know, so at the end, people have sex, but love is not actually sex. Love making did not take place. We just had an exercise. So you are sweating. You are sweating. We just had an exercise. Yes. So they have sex, but they didn't really have sex. It's just an exercise. And the soul is, you know, is hanging. Sometimes you have sex and you just feel your emotions are still there. I'm not satisfied. Yes. You didn't get the soul. It's just an exercise. So the moment you have sex and your emotions are still there, you are not satisfied. You have just had exercise. You have just burned some calories, burned some fats. And your emotions are still calories. Yeah. So consequently, your soul is starved. When your soul is not satisfied, your soul is love starved. Is sex starved, is vexed. You will be bitter. The soul is bitter, it will be angry, it will be vengeful. You know, when you understand?
Yes,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma. I was going to quickly so that because this is a like, you know, I was discussing with you, I was saying there's no the topic is not one that we can just say, okay, because we are picking sexual incompatibility, we'll just keep going around it. You know, you have hit on a whole lot of things that was going to come up as questions. Okay, because we're going to say what are the types and kinds of sexual incompatibility that we have out there. You've dished out on some, like you have a couple where either the guy or the female prefers the room to be dark, the other couple might prefer light in the room. I know people who say, when there's no light, as in no NEPA light. We are here in Nigeria, for those who are listening outside of Nigeria. So when we say NEPA, we mean our power authority, when they take our light and we have none, you know, and then you do not want to burn fuel and generator and all that. Some people will say, as long as there's no light and there's heat, I beg, don't even come near me, because if I'm feeling hot, please stay away. I don't want. Okay. And there are people that like I was discussing with you, there are people that like spontaneous, on the spur of the moment. They just get the feeling, just comes on them, and they want to, because it's their spouse, either the male or the female. They say, please, let's quickly come on, and then the other spouse is like, no, let's fix appointments. It's every Wednesday by 11 p.m. You know, and in so doing, you're driving your partner crazy. And sometimes, okay, I wanted us to talk about what is at the core of sexual incompatibility. Now, I know that you said something about maybe one partner being more sexually active, or, you know, more has higher libido, so to speak, you know, than the other. So, and at the core of not caring about the other partner's sexual income? What is at the core? Okay, let me put the question this way. What is at the core? What do you think is at the core of one partner not caring about the other partner's sexual
I was getting
interest?
there. Yes, I'm
Okay,
getting
ma.
there.
Okay, ma.
You know,
Let me just listen.
you don't care about your
Okay.
when you don't care about what your spouse feelings are,
Okay.
there is that feeling of rejection.
Mm,
There's that feeling of how do I put it now? You feel like am I worth anything at all? Am I
mm,
really beautiful? Am I still attractive? You
mm.
might push your spouse into infidelity. You might push your spouse into celibacy. You might push your
Oh,
spouse in,
wow.
yes, into celibacy. Once he kills the emotion or she kills the emotion, no matter what you do, it won't come on. The person will die to you naturally.
Hmm.
So it's goes into rejection, celibacy, anger. He might go into battering.
Hmm.
Like take on battering, beat you blue black. Fighting every day is there. So all of those things will happen. You feel you are rejected. You feel
Wow.
you're not beautiful. Yes, you feel you feel depressed. You'll be unhappy with marriage. You may not want to go ahead. You might put your spouse into infidelity. You may have to go and see somebody else. If you are not willing, there are. You know,
Yeah.
when I was reading this book, I told you about it, Sex Sincerely, one of my books.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
When I was reading through to just get one or two things from this book, and then I stumbled on something I wrote. I said, it is one reason because married women are not interested. You feel I'm married to the man, and so that's it. So you are tired of sex, and the man goes out to give to look for younger girls, and they give him the best. You know those young girls, they are slim, they are
Mm.
trim, the bosom are still standing, the figure eight is there,
This,
no tummy, everything is set. So when he goes out, and when men have sex, they talk a lot of rubbish. Do you know that? They promise you what they don't have.
yeah.
You tell you,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to buy you a car, I'll build you a house. Those young girls are able to get the cars from the old men. You know that? Have you noticed that? They get the small girls
Yes,
get the
ma'am.
cars.
Yeah.
They get the cars.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They give them the
Mm-hmm.
houses. They credit their accounts because the girl is able to satisfy the old man's soul.
Mm.
He said, what do you want that I may come into you? Say, give me your signet, give me your staff, give me your bracelet. And the man put it down for the old man. So the same way, when you push your husband into infidelity. If you don't satisfy his soul, he goes out to go and seek for, lovely girls, spoils them with money. And the madam at home is driving a jalopy car. She doesn't get anything. So all of these are what you find out at the end as the consequences of not satisfying yourselves. Can be the man,
Consequences.
can be the woman.
Mm. Yeah. Amazing. Okay. It's been a whole lot. Yeah, and I'm happy that you ended it on the note that it could be the man, it could be the woman, because sometimes you discover that even the men, because people assume that the men are the people who are who are always, readily available, want to, but there are women that they too, and it's not because they are promiscuous, it's just their makeup. Okay, so and then sometimes they're like, "Hey, Oga," and then if you hear something like, "Now because you know get work, now make you." That's all they are thinking about. If to say you busy, me I'm busy and stuff like that. There's a whole lot out there. Okay, so now I want to also believe this is going to be more like a contribution, but you will now take it from there. Okay, I want to believe that one of the first things to do when people discover that they are sexually incompatible, especially in marriage. Many of us who were born in the church, who grew up in church, and, and who were advised to stay away until they got married before discovering sexual compatibility, so to speak. Before you start having sex and all that, did not know what to expect. Okay, so it happened that you now get married, and in the marriage, you now discover, this person is like this. So and that person is like this. So, and sometimes at some point you want to begin to feel like something is wrong with you, especially if you're the one that is given to wanting or desiring sex. It now looks like something is wrong with you. It looks like my born again has dropped to that I'm always thinking sex. So there are so many ways to approach this matter. Okay, so but I want to believe that one of the first things to do when we discover that there's sexual incompatibility is to communicate. How do couples communicate this to themselves such that each person can hear the other's needs? It's easy to say, this is how I like it, that is how I like it, and then at the end of the day, nothing is changing. You discover, and then frustration sets in. How do we communicate between ourselves as couples what our sexual interest, our preference, so to speak, will be? I hope that my use of preference is the right word. Okay, because this is social media where a whole lot of people will come and hear and say, oh, sexual preference means something else. I just hope, but I do hope that my audience can understand what I'm trying to say. How do
Yes.
this couple explain or communicate to themselves what their sexual conflict, maybe like you use the word conflict in sex interest? How do they communicate such that they can hear themselves and then want to do better for themselves?
I'm going to get somewhere now, but let me first say
Okay.
that communication is communicate.
Yeah.
But at the
Okay.
same time, you ask yourself, am I meeting, before I talk about what I'm going through sexually, before I tell my
Okay.
spouse, you are not meeting my needs, am I meeting his needs?
Mm-hmm.
Am I meeting his needs? Am I satisfying his soul? So if you are not satisfying his soul, you can't talk about your soul, because sex is not all about you. It's not all about you. Your
Okay.
spouse is not a
Okay.
tool. For many people, they use their spouses as a
Mm.
tool. Your spouse is
Please
not a
say
tool.
that again, ma.
Your
Good.
spouse is
Good.
not a tool to satisfy
So
your
good.
emotional, loss, or whatever. What do you call it? She's not a tool. He is
Mm.
not a tool. So you both work together harmoniously to get to cloud 9. Not that somebody gets to cloud 9 and the other person is still in cloud. In fact, he doesn't even feel anything.
Has
He
not
doesn't
set
feel
out
anything.
yet.
This
Okay.
topic is a lovely topic, I'm telling you. Now, I want to say
Okay.
something. Before we go to
Okay.
that point where we feel we are incompatible. We started
Okay.
out as compatible couples.
Mm.
Chapter 1, verse 2 say, let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth. He says, your love is better than wine. Say, let him kiss me. They were saying, don't marry this guy. No, leave this guy. No, this guy is not loving. No, he's harsh. He gets angry easily. You say, no, leave me. Let him kiss me. Your mouth was willing. You were willing to submit your mouth, your body, and say, let him kiss me with the kiss of his mouth. He said, your love is better. I prefer your love. You
Okay.
understand? The Bible says in the beginning, say the man and his wife were naked. They were not ashamed. They had no clothing on. These are the days when women go to bed. You wear bomb shorts. The man will not see this thing. He must not see. I will suffer you. So you wear your knicker. That before you will get there, you go walk. Oh. Do you know what I'm saying? You prepare. When at what time did those clothing
Oh
come
my
on?
God.
Because at the beginning, that was not who we were. You were willing to submit your lips for a kiss. Your body, you gave your body, say, no, touch me all over, and all yours. Signed, sealed, and delivered. So at what
Say they
point,
are hearing, Sha.
at what point did you start putting on clothes, sleeping in the next room, and now say we are no longer compatible? We are no longer. So
Mm.
where did that wall between you and your spouse, where did it come
When
from?
was it built? Where was it erected? Yeah.
Now, how did a partner become stone cold to the other? You just feel like you are cold towards your spouse, towards his
Mm.
touch. You are cold. At what point did you now say we are no longer compatible? Something happened to bring that
Mm.
wall. Something killed the
Mm.
fire. The other day I was talking to somebody, I said, What happened to the fire in your husband's hands or your wife's hand? You know, when we're in courtship, when he just touches you, you just melt. You understand? You just melt, you just fall. Something melts on the inside of you. When he looks at you, well, you feel shy. You take your gaze away because there's a fire. Once he looks at you, he touches you, you're on fire. But those hands they're so dry now. There's no emotion. There's no emotion. So the man touches you, you don't feel anything. Your wife touches you, he looks at you, you don't see anything. Just wasting time. So what built the wall? Now I took time out to write out the causes. What breached the wall? What built the wall between my spouse and I? I'm going to run through all of them. I have so many things to talk about, in this 1 hour. I'm going to run. Number one is the way we are wired. The way a man is, he is always ready. Anytime, anywhere. But the woman, she listens to love. Tell me you love me. Tell me you care. Buy me a gift. Appreciate what I do here. She listens to romance. You don't just come on a woman and say, let's have sex. Let's go jail. She's like, what are you talking about? The way woman is wired, you need to talk to her. You talk to her. How are you doing? Can we, talk to her. Put her here. This is where a woman's house is. You put her here. Hold her on the bed. Just rock her. Talk about, about the cloud, the birds that are singing. Talk about the flowers, You know where you're going. You understand? You know where you're going. But you just, all of those words. Till you get there, you find that she melts. But you just come in tonight. Mama Nkechi, you ready tonight?
Are you there?
Are you there?
Oh my God.
So the woman, is a sick, sick knock. For the women, you just ask, and she just all yours. So ask, you knock on the door, back. I want to come inside now. It's levels till you get there. You don't give up on women easily. When you ask your wife, you don't give up. So no, that's number one. Number two is our belief system. Our religious, life, the way we're brought up, we're saying, how we're brought up, sex is dirty. They put like that. They believe that sex is dirty. Some people believe that sex is not going to have children. About Nkechi, saying Nkechi never reached 2 years old. You go wait, So it is next 2 years. He has to wait for the next 2 years. They are waiting.
Okay, looks like I lost her. Looks like I lost her. Did I? Okay, I didn't. Oh, okay. Sorry, there was a little bit of
Yes, just
yeah, but we're back. Yeah.
Yes. Now you say the man has to always ask our belief system. He has to always come and ask me for sex. Most women are in that. Even I am in that category. I believe a man should look for me now. He should ask. He should ask me. We feel I should not ask the woman. It's your right. It's our right. Go to your husband and say, let's go there. Let's go there. Let's be bold. I feel that God will help me too. Let's be bold. Ask. So we feel the man should always ask. We feel that sex is dirty. We feel that we should only have sex when we want to have children. When you see your spouse is naked, you feel shy. All of those things affect our compatibility. Now, the third thing is your imagination. What are those things that make us feel incompatible? The man is coming with a mindset. When a man is coming to you for sex, there is something at the back of his mind. He's feeling, I want it this way. There is something at the back of his mind. I want her to touch me here and touch me there. And when I touch her, I expect this emotional outburst. And so when she's not busting out in emotion, You touch the woman, she doesn't feel anything. So all of those things is a fiction. You understand? So the man is coming with
Mm-hmm.
something, an imagination, there's a dream. Now, something else under that same number 3 is that dissatisfaction at who your wife has become or who your husband has become. Now,
Okay.
this happens to women mostly because the women lose shape. You understand? Women
Yeah.
lose shape. They lose, their tummy, protrudes, their breast becomes saggy. And when daddy looks at mommy, he's like, wow, what a mama. So that dissatisfaction is there at what she has become. And the husband looks at the wife looks at the husband and says, what a pop. This he looks like my father. Because we don't take care of ourselves. So when you see, when the woman is coming for sex and she wants to climb on the bed and she looks like a giant is coming to fall on you. But the man is coming, he's not wide. The man is so big. When he wants to come, they're like, wow, this man going to lie down on me. I will totally flatten up here. So when that happens, you feel because your heart is cut off because this is not your dream girl. That was your dream man. And sincerely for women, men forget that the body has gone through a lot.
Yeah.
Our bodies have gone through a lot. After 3 children, after 4 children, I can't remain the same. My body, my breast feed them. It's a kitchen. It's an oven. It cooks. When the breast milk is coming out, it's always hot. It's always hot. So you know that the body has gone through a lot. When she doesn't have children, you complain. Now she's giving you children, and there's no appreciation for what the woman has gone through. No matter what she becomes, in love, Bible says she's the wife of your youth. The woman is the wife of your youth. Appreciate her. Her body has given you doctors, has given you engineers, has given you, a chemist, a pharmacist, a pastor, somebody who has brought wealth to the home. So now their mommy is a mama. Appreciate it. Make our men learn to appreciate us for what we have become. No matter how the body, the breast are happy, the tummy is supposed. Your tummy carry children. You can imagine how flat your tummy. When you get pregnant, it expands. It can't go back to that flat. No, it can't. So let's learn to appreciate our wives, for what they do. Now, the fourth thing I want to say is the reign of iniquity. When iniquity reigns in the home, Bible says, because iniquity shall abound. Say, the love of wax cold.
Many wax cold, yeah.
Yes, iniquity. That's one big reason. Because we sin, we offend each other in marriage, we offend ourselves in marriage. And so that offense makes our love to wax cold towards each other. And when there's no love, there's no how your spouse is going to touch you, you're going to feel any emotion. You won't feel anything.
Right.
You won't feel anything. So I just take 3 things under that. Domestic violence. You can't, the body that you batter, when you beat your wife, how do you want her to connect with you in love? There is no way she can connect. When you batter her, you use abusive word, verbal abuse, physical abuse. That woman can't connect with you in marriage, in love, in the place of sexual intimacy. She can't be intimate with you. Yes. So violence, verbal abuse, battering, there is no way we will connect. Number 2, when you are not responsible as a father or even as a wife, you are not responsible. The children's school fees are there, you don't pay. You go to the beer parlor, you go and have fun. The children, everybody is hungry at home. This house rent is there. Their clothes are all torn. There is no way that woman will connect. She will be angry with you. So take care. Be connected. Be there. Be responsible. Be available for your children. Be available for your spouse. Very important. There is unforgiveness and bitterness. Let me just say only one more thing there.
Okay.
Infidelity. When you when the heart of your spouse is in love with somebody else, there is no way she can gel with you in the place of love. When you're having sex, when the man is already in love or the woman is already in love with somebody, there's nothing you do together on that bed that will be meaningful. That's very, very important. You know, there's sometimes there was something that came to my mind, and then I came across it on the net that you can be
Okay.
having sex, intimacy with your spouse, but somebody else is actually the image in your mind.
True.
It is the image of someone that you love, but your wife is a tool to fulfill the fact that you are making love to that other person. So infidelity will not allow you to judge her. So now let's see, how do we overcome this? How?
Okay.
How do we conquer? How do we conquer this issue of incompatibility in marriage? How do I overcome?
Okay.
Number one, find a level playing ground.
Okay.
Find a level playing ground. Talk about the differences. Two of you should come together and talk about it. Talk about the differences. Talk about the fact that I'm not feeling fulfilled. You know, I wish you would touch me more. I wish you, touch me in this area. I wish you would treat me this way. Talk about it. Be determined to make your sex life work. It's determination. You have to work at it, work on it, work about it, work in it. You have to work. So you have to work on it, put away your differences, enjoy sex on this side of eternity. There is no sex in heaven, no. There is no sex in heaven. There is sex there. Enjoy sex.
Let them know. Okay.
Yes, enjoy sex. Number two, deal with the little foxes that spoil the vine. Deal with the little foxes that spoil the vine. All of those, anger, unforgiveness, all of those things that you are doing that makes your spouse to be unhappy, deal with them. All those things that she complains about. I don't like how you talk to me. I don't like you don't respect me. You don't treat me fine. You don't appreciate me. All of those things, talk about them. So deal with those little foxes that spoil the vine. Number three, understand and bear with the weakness of your spouse. The woman doesn't come up easily, or your man doesn't come up easily. Take time to bring her up, be patient on that journey. Be patient at wooing your spouse on the journey of sexual, fulfillment. Don't be in a hurry to go and reach crowd. You are not competing with anybody. Nobody gave you a battle, to run ahead. No, we are running the race together. You and your spouse, you are running the race together. So two of you, take your time, get there together, be patient, woo your wife. You might ask her the first time, and she's like, I'm not interested. Women are always not interested. I'm not interested. Touch her again. Touch her. Remember, I said sometimes you have to ask, seek, and knock. By the time you knock, she will let her guards down. So don't be in a hurry. They say, okay, come and have what you want to have. Okay. So today you reach cloud 9. The woman was there, left cold and empty. Second day, the same thing. She won't want to come again another time. So as much as possible, carry yourself along, go on the journey together. Don't go alone. Don't go alone. If you satisfy her today, she will want to come again tomorrow. She will yield herself to you again tomorrow. I say, my husband, can we just go there? Let's go and have some fun. She'll be willing because she knows her soul is satisfied. Number 4, feed your love. Very important. Feed your love. When we were courting, you're very, very important. So feed your love. It is easier to fall in love than to stay in love. Easy. Everybody falls in love. But how many people stay in love? We have to learn to stay in love. And how to stay in love is by feeding the love. Take your spouse out. Take her out. Just go to an eatery, sit down there and talk about nothing. Even though all you just buy is one bottle of Coke and meat pie. You have gone out. Go for a stroll together. Don't be locked in the house. Buy her a gift. Buy your spouse a gift. So feed your love. Also, help nothing stops a husband from helping his wife. You know, when she's doing the house chores. What stops you? In 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, you have been married. You have never, as a man, entered the kitchen one time. The woman has been feeding you, feeding the children, cooking. Women know it is not easy to enter the kitchen every day and go and prepare something that feed the family. Sometimes it's a headache. So sometimes when you say, just sit down, let me go and make something for you. And your wife just sits down. Your love. You are feeding your love.
Because he should know how to cook, shall, because it's not just
sometimes even if doesn't, the woman should eat in love because he has taken the
amazing.
Because you can't imagine, you can't, a tired wife doesn't enjoy sex, and once she's tired, you won't enjoy it, and he won't enjoy it.
True.
So when the woman is burdened with a lot of things, you know, so let's go there. Go where? Where are we going to? Where? Bus stop? Bus stop? Where are we going to?
Where are we going to?
Anywhere. So as much as possible, take the weight off your wife. When she doesn't cook in the night, all of you now go to cloud nine together. She'll be willing because she sees that you are taking care of her. You care about her health, her strength. Very important. Number 5.
Okay, ma. Okay, I don't know how many. Sorry, ma. I don't know how many more points you have there because you have some comments and some questions in the comment box.
Okay.
And I would like us to touch them. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Let me just share just 2 more. Be willing to satisfy your spouse as well. You know, I think I mentioned that she's not a tool.
Yeah.
Your wife is not a tool for you to reach cloud 9 and just leave her there. Be willing, be ready to satisfy your wife, your spouse too. Then the next thing is pray. Are you not enjoying sex? Pray. You are incompatible. Pray about it. He doesn't care about your emotion. Pray about it. You feel that sincerely God cares. God cares. He knows what your soul is going through in marriage. So pray about it. I've been to that point too, where my husband's hands were like sticks. When he touches me, I don't feel anything. His eyes were just lying. But I got to that point where I took it back to God. God, help our sex life. And you know what? God answered us. God answered that prayer. So you too, go to God and say, God, please help me. Let me stop there this afternoon. Let me stop there.
Oh, amazing. It's like we should just keep going. You know, it's as if we should just keep going. Because honestly, okay, the first thing actually is like the last point you gave about praying about it. I think a lot of people look at the issue of sex and wonder, why should I pray about sex? Is it not feeling? If you feel, I feel. But unfortunately for most people, they forget that God created the anatomy of the human and decided, you know.
Hello?
So
yes, God gave it. It's a gift.
Yeah.
So you pray about it. God cares. So pray about it.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Somebody said, who else? It is the one and only Adenike Akinremi to be patient. So
I know.
What if you have talked and talked to? Okay, so I don't know at what point this question came up. Maybe in trying to encourage, I wish you would have put the question in a way that will understand what exactly he's trying to get at. Because he said to be patient to, it might be something you were saying along the line, because he said, what if you have talked and talked to? So I can't exactly say. So if you're still listening, please, I'd like you to expatiate on that.
And she's not willing.
She's not budging, okay?
Yes, go and pray. Go and pray. You know, the things that we've been through in life, sometimes a spouse has been molested.
Yeah, there's that part.
So when you are coming, it's like there's something at the background there's something that's ringing. So you have to be patient, you have to be prayerful, Keep talking, keep talking in love, and keep asking, seeking, and knocking. She will let her guards down. Be patient at it. So that's the way it goes. Put it in prayers too.
Okay. Amazing. Okay. The other things I have here are more like comments. See, why will we be knocking and knocking? You have to keep knocking. Ask and it shall be given. Seek and it shall find. Knock and it shall be open. If it's not open, that's what. Keep knocking. Knock with all the points that she has given this
Oh my
afternoon.
God.
Knock with
You
your
know,
nurturing of the person concerned. Knock with your trying to feed the love. Knock with
yes,
patience. Keep knocking.
yes.
It's you that
Not
know
with
that you are
prayers,
looking for
yes.
something that will keep knocking. Knock with wisdom to know when to knock. Don't just see somebody. So you and somebody are together in the house. You are seated in the living room, cross your legs, and then she
Yes.
has done everything in the kitchen. You are not even talking to her. You're not trying to
No.
you're not trying to woo her, so to speak. And
Mm,
then you wait until the both of you fall in bed, and then you stretch your
mm.
hand.
Then
Sorry,
let's go
you.
there.
That knock
Nowhere.
will not yield any opening of any door.
If that knock we use, it will take the spirit of God.
It just like the spirit of God.
It will
Okay,
take the spirit
so
of God.
okay, so I hear there's another one here. Yeah, what if you have said so much and you have exhausted all means? Should we reach a compromise that okay, these are days to travel and these are times to stay inside? Me, I don't understand. Which day? Where do you want
No,
to travel to?
no, travel to cloud nine. I understand what you're saying. Travel to cloud nine. Yes. You know, when you have done
Oh
everything,
God.
you can, if it works with you, if it works well with your
Okay.
partner, they can fix a time,
Okay.
a day. You know, sometimes because children are around, you don't want to have it.
Yes.
Yeah. Children are
Yes.
around, and your spouse wasn't in the
Yes.
day. You are like, "Ah, my mind is the children are playing over there in the next room.
Mm,
They might come in anytime.
mm,
You know, and you can work out something. Work out
yeah.
something that will be two of you will be fulfilled. Your souls will be happy. You prepare towards
Yeah.
it. So if it works well
Okay.
with you, fine. There's people that is any day, anytime, time T, they go. But you know that with your
Yeah.
spouse, you want to work something out. Fine. Once it gels well with you, go ahead. It's lovely.
Okay, Ma, let me quickly ask you because out of most of these incompatibilities that we talked about, there's one that actually stood out. The one of one person likes for light to be on and the other does not like. I think I heard about these things before I even got married. That there are people who somebody wants the light to be on. Where do they meet? How do they solve that problem?
They should go and remove the bulb and throw it away. That's the thing to correct.
Oh my God.
Sincerely,
They should remove the bulb.
there are people like that. Your spouse
Yeah.
might be shy. It can be the man, it
Yeah.
can be the woman. He's shy because of
Okay.
his upbringing. Maybe he married
Mm,
as a virgin.
okay.
He married as a virgin. He has never been with a girl all his life. So
Mm,
Bible says everybody should know that you are strong. Bear with the infirmity of he that is weak. Let's work
okay.
something out. Let's do it during the day when there is light. You have to be able to bear it. You can take the duvet and
Okay.
cover yourselves, but you have to be
Okay,
able
but
to
how long?
understand.
How long should you bear this? Being that both, it's supposed to be something where both of you can reach a compromise. I like light. You say you don't want light. Okay, I've tried. I've helped you without light. Now
You
that
know
me, I want light. How do you?
you know the
It's not
light
my
issue.
personal issue.
You know the light issue. The man
Yeah.
might want to see the effect of what he's doing to his wife.
Yeah.
How
Okay.
he's responding. Ooh, take it back, take it deep. Wow. He wants to see your expression. Now the wife is like, I don't want to don't see my expression. Let's put the
I
light
don't
on.
want to see anything. Forget it.
Don't see my face. The thing is very important for us to be able to understand.
Yeah.
Come to a compromise. Okay, on Monday you will see my face. You put the light on. On Tuesday, you endure because it's your
Right.
soul. You have to reach a compromise.
Okay.
Let me
Yeah.
crack a joke, Sister Peace. Let me crack a joke with you.
Ma. Okay.
Was on a program one day, and a man was asking a question. It's on this sexual matter. He said
Okay.
there was this couple. They've been having issues with sex. The husband said, "I
Okay.
want to have the sex. I think maybe every day. That's 7 days a week."
Okay.
The husband is that demand. He wants 7 days a week. The husband said, the wife said no. So they went to the pastor, and they tabled the matter. And the pastor said, "Okay." Husband, how many times you want to say, I want it 7 days a week?
Okay.
Wife, how many times you want to say, I want it maybe 3 times a week or something? Okay, the other say, okay, the pastor said, let's try to modulate this. They took 1 day from the wife's from the husband's and joined it to the wife's. Okay, have it 4 times a week. So
Okay.
the next day, the husband said, let's go there. He said, you have taken one, no, it remained three. It remained three. He said, okay, fine.
That's
No,
so
it remained
funny.
three. So he said the next day, because he wants everything, the next day, he asked for sex again. The woman said, it remained two. Oh.
Today is not
It
part. Oh my God.
remained two. The third day, so he spent all the 4
It's 4
lifelines
days.
that he had. Then he came back again. He said, you have spent all the 4 lifelines. He said, borrow me from the one of next week. Borrow me from the one of next week.
Oh,
You have to reach a compromise.
oh, very funny. Yeah.
That he wants it all the time.
Mm.
Understand
Yeah.
that your wife doesn't want it all the time. So be able to structure something out. Let not this, because it is sex that we deprive ourselves of in courtship.
Yeah.
For those who do. So why should this same sex be what is destroying the home in marriage? We that we are married, we are not enjoying sex. The singles are the ones enjoying sex.
True.
So let's talk to ourselves. Let's reach a compromise. Let's reach a compromise. Okay,
Right.
4 times a week. Okay, I can only allow 2 times a week. Be able to understand with your spouse. Having done all, stand, understand.
Right.
To bear with the weakness of the infirmity of your spouse. So that you will not push your spouse out. Try to understand. You can't talk to a woman, talk to her anyhow. You verbally abuse her. You physically abuse her. She's a slave in the house. You are the master. And you expect that woman, a slave cannot warm up to the boss, to the master.
Yeah.
If that's you put your wife down, there is no way she can warm up to you in love. There's this joke I heard some years ago. He said the man abused the wife during the day, abused that very well. And then in the night, rain was falling. So the wife, I packed myself to one side of the bed. The husband packed himself to one side of the bed. Then the husband now stretched out his hand and touched. The husband called the wife Mumu in the day. Foolish person in the day. Called her Mumu. So in the night, he touched the wife, and the wife said, "Who be this Mumu?" He said, "Nami." Nami. The woman dragged her wrapper, face the wall. I rather hug the wall. I rather love the wall than love you. He said, after a while, he touched the wife again because he was feeling cold now. The thing don't come. Touched the wife, said, I say, who be this Mumu? The man said, Nami. The woman did not answer. Then the third time, he touched the wife again, act sick and knock. So he said, I say, who be this Mumu? The husband said, Nami.
Oh my God!
No. There's no knowledge in heaven.
It is well tight. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ma. I appreciate. It's been a whole lot. If you joined in late, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You have missed out on a whole lot. But do yourself a word of good to start the video from the beginning. We're going to be sharing the video immediately after the chat ends right now. I wish we could continue because there's a whole lot to talk about, but unfortunately, because of time, we won't be able to go on.
Yeah.
Okay, so but what I'm going to say is that, so what we talked about at first, that there are people that did not have time to sample before they got into the relationship or into marriage. So now that you're married, talk. Couples, talk to yourselves. You're not married, you are shy. That shyness is not because if you want to demand because you are a man of the house, you will not be shy. If you want to do whatever, you won't be shy. So when it comes to this aspect, the Bible says that the both of them were naked and not ashamed. So if there's shame, if there's shyness, something is wrong somewhere. Talk. Don't stop talking. oh, this is how I like it. Don't even, he will judge me. He will feel like whether I have started, I'm sleeping out or something.
Or you're
Let that
carnal.
not even come in. Oh, I'm
You're not
carnal, you know.
carnal. You're not carnal.
If you think that way, then maybe you need to go and leave and become single again. Because if we are in this thing together, we need to understand ourselves. There's no point me knowing that this is the one person is going to be for life, and I'm dying inside. I can't express myself, and you know that it's just me all our lives, and you cannot express. It does not make any sense. We're not going anywhere. If somebody is feeling sexually frustrated, they cannot. There's a whole lot that they cannot do. I remember, okay, I remember I used to share with a friend on the humorous side that a lot of times after a good time when I wake up in the morning, I'll just continue to work without getting tired. You just see a whole lot of activity because you know that I don't know, there's something the people in mental health call it, as in whether there's a particular hormone that is released. You discover that you're agile, you're happy, and I didn't create it, God created it. So don't judge me. If he intended that I get there, because he created it for pleasure within the marriage union, so to speak. I don't know. There's a whole lot to talk about, and I'm sure that this will bring about more questions. And if the questions come, just because we've run out of time, we would forward them to you. There are a whole lot of questions here. Somebody says, how many rounds per day? Another person said, for real, how many rounds of sex should couple have? I don't know. I don't know. Ma, can you answer? Although our time has far run out.
The thing is, like I said, understand your spouse.
All right.
So they can keep going on and on. Some is just one. Some is just,
Okay.
just understand
Okay.
your spouse and be able to work out something that will help him and help you, help your marriage,
Right.
help your children.
Mm.
Hmm.
Right.
Very important.
Right. Right. Oriola, you were saying children for where? In my own house, that by the time my children sleep in their room, they wake up in our bed. We don't even know when they enter that bed. You're saying we hate children. They will interrupt to a whole lot of times. So get ready. But of course, you have to find a way around it.
Mm.
They will interrupt many times. You know. Okay, thank you so very much, Ma. We've come to the end of today's session. God bless you. God bless you. Please, if
Amen.
you're in, if you're with us, I'd like you to send a shout out to our guest for today, Mrs. Nojishola Akinremi. God bless you, Ma. It's been an honor having you today and sharing no holds barred. Are we done? We are done. Yes. Bye bye. Somebody.
We are done.
Oh, somebody said, I beg you, if you're one round man, no come near me. Just be praying about it.
God knows you. So
Okay,
we'll bring him up. Pray
yeah.
about it. Pray about it.
Yeah, pray about it. Tell it to God. Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Ma. We've loved having you around. God bless you so, so
Yes,
much. God
sir.
bless Daddy too, and
God
bless
bless.
the entire family. And
Amen.
maybe if we think about having a part two of this, maybe in our next season, you might come around and somebody say they have many questions. Just post your questions. I'll forward them to her, not to you.
And
Yes,
please,
yeah, please, yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yes, please. I wrote this book, Sex Sincerely, about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It's on Amazon. If you care, just
Okay.
go there, buy. If you're in
Okay.
Nigeria, you can contact me through Sister Peace. It's a
Okay.
lovely book for your
Okay. We'll
marriage.
get
For
the
your
link.
singles
We'll get the
or married.
Amazon link, and we'll post it. We'll post it in the comments so that people
Okay,
can
I'll
click
post it when
and
I'm done.
try and.
I'll post
All
it when
right,
I'm
ma.
done.
All right, ma. Thank you so very much. God bless you. I think we can let you go now while I quickly round up. God bless you. Have a
Thank
blessed
you.
day, ma'am. All
I
righty.
will. Thank you so much for having me. God bless
Oh,
you.
you're welcome. You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so there you have it. Overcoming sexual incompatibility, dealing with sexual incompatibility as couples. Okay, so the first thing is understand yourself. And the way to understanding is by talking, communicating, communicate with your spouse, find out what they like, find out their so that there won't be conflict. Find out exactly how to understand your partner and their sexuality. And then sometimes if it feels like they cannot hear you, you might need a sounding board. That's where a professional comes into play. Talk to a professional, both of you, and then find what works for you. Okay. We are done, Mr. Ariola. We had it. Okay, go back and listen from the beginning. All right. Thank you so very much for coming out to chat with me today. It's been an amazing conversation today and a whole lot of reactions. God bless you all who were online with me. And for those who will be watching later, God bless you too. Until I come your way again next week, we're going to have an amazing discussion next week. So I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. Just hang in there with me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. See you same time next week, Thursday, on Talk with Peace Live. God bless you. Peace.